What it do? Everybody! And welcome back. Don't judge my vocal abilities. To the Film Cave episode number 86.
That's correct.
Good and goddamn right. It's your boy Knight.
What's up, everybody? Logan here. I'm gonna probably have voice cracks and shit this episode because
Lovely.
I was on a car ride today, 4 hours in the car. A lot of singing happened, and now I have no fucking my voice is gone. So it wasn't smart, but we're here. It's time for the Film
Cave.
Cave.
A lot of passion.
You already know, man. I'm always passionate when it comes to me singing. It's just so beautiful, you know.
Imagine voice of an angel.
I mean, some may have said that in the past.
Okay. Like Fergie and Jesus?
Definitely not. Definitely
yeah.
not up there.
Okay.
Not a mixture of Fergie and Jesus. Yeah,
absolutely.
No, it's not the case.
We were there. Okay.
No.
Got it. No problem. Listen, you got a voice. That is what it is. Let it be heard. You want to let us hear something right now?
No, I'm trying to fucking remember the song from Step Brothers. I'm trying to think of how it goes, and I can't. Oh fuck, I can't think of it at the moment.
But which one are you talking about?
The one at the Catalina wine mixer where he's singing, and it's that French song.
Yeah, that's fucking boats and hoes. Yeah.
Oh no. That's not. That's
no,
a mixture of Fergie and Jesus.
Well, it was played during that moment, boats and hoes. It was a mix. It was a remix.
True.
Yeah.
Logan was singing like the little kid in the backseat of Step Brothers. That's right. Literally,
Right.
I mean,
he's got eyes. Yeah.
I learned that the main actor's name in the car right there. What's that guy's name?
Adam Scott.
Yeah. He's the only one that wasn't singing.
Yeah.
And I fucking love that. They had a guy yeah. It's like $1,500 a month on voice lessons, and this is what I get. He's like,
right.
Flat.
I'm gonna take over.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna save it with the solo.
It's
I'm Derek.
And I can sing high like that.
And they literally have a guy standing in the window of that car, going with his mouth because they didn't want to do it ADR. So he's just watching him intently. Or no, wait. He's out the windshield. They're facing each other.
Okay.
And he's trying to mouth it with them and get it perfect. And I didn't know until literally 3 weeks ago that he wasn't singing, because it also sounds just like Adam Scott. So, but he's like, I cannot sing at all, and they had to get somebody to come in and do it, which is pretty funny.
Excuse me. I remember watching that part and always thinking about the little kid in the back. Like, he's such a pompous asshole because the way he sings it, he's like, yeah, I'm the shit. His little eyebrows, little head shake. Yeah. Well, I'm like, oh.
I fully expected, I remember seeing him and I'm like, he's a weird looking kid. Hate to say it, but obviously he can sing. And so I was like, oh, this kid's going to be somebody, because he's obviously some sort of prodigy. Never seen that kid again. He could just sing a little bit. And that was it.
Somebody's kid from set or some shit.
Sure.
Like, hey, my
that's
son
true.
Can sing.
My son's actually pretty good at singing. It's like, okay, let's throw him in there.
It's like, holy shit, this kid's gonna be it. And then
that was it.
That was it. That was it.
That's
right.
But
anywho, guys, thank you so much for joining us on the latest episode. Please, if you like what you see here, if you enjoy the show, if you had a good time, we'd appreciate the support. And the best way to show that support is to hit that thumbs up. Slide it. It's easy. Sit on it, twirl around, tap it, all of it. Hit the notification bell to be reminded when all episodes drop, which is every Tuesday, as you know, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button. It's free. It's simple. And just why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
Why the hell not? All right, good sir. We have not a big show. Relatively very small show.
Yeah. If you had watched some shit, it might have been bigger.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
This is very true. We're going straight out into the
I poured a bigger glass of wine than I needed, because I thought this was going to be a little bit longer of a show. But homie didn't do his homework.
I didn't. I didn't. I am sorry and apologize for that. But eventually we'll get there. You know, I'll surprise you.
Sure.
And then I'm just gonna stop now. All right, so let's get into the show. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, y'all. So if you're watching now and you are a regular, you know what I'm about to say. But for those of you who do not, me and Logan are a couple of what, good sir?
Fucking nerds.
Couple of fucking nerds, which means we talk about film any and all goddamn day. That's why this show is exactly what it is. But sometimes we like to veer off into the other worlds, other universes, other people, as it were to say, whatever. But sometimes, most times, pretty much all the goddamn time, film still finds a way to rear her beautiful head into the conversation. Because why?
She's a jealous ass bitch.
She is a jealous ass bitchetheth. So, bitchetheth. We like to call this here particular segment. I don't know why we're in country, but come on down. It's out there in the world. Coming down and jiggle on down. Hey, hey, and jiggle on down, down. Hey.
Jiggle on down?
Jiggle on down. That's what we're doing. Jiggle on down. Don't ask what it means, but jiggle on down. Did we just say that at the same time?
All right.
all right. He co-wrote it. But all right, so there's a particular fashion which we do out there in the world. Good sir. Do you want to tell the people in which we jiggle on down?
That's not how it's traditionary fashion. There's no how do we jiggle on down in a traditionary way?
Absolutely. Somebody finds a way. Just like life. Who knows? We just find a way.
That is true.
That is very true. All right, sir. Please lead the way.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of out there in the world, for me, this weekend has just been going back to the beach house. We were there from Friday? Yeah. Friday to today. Just doing nothing but fucking work. Knocking it out as much as we can. I really am almost done. I'm hoping, I would love by the end of this month I could be rented out and everything, and it's just the fact that it's far away to where I can't get it done quicker. But yeah, things are going well. I'm happy now because I've got internet and I've got security cameras up, so now I can keep an eye on that shit, which is nice. But yeah, man, you know, I kind of tried to use this long weekend as a bit of a vacation because I'm not gonna get one and I won't have the money for one anymore. And yeah, it seemed to have worked out. It was pretty good. But that's pretty much all I have in terms of out there in the world.
Yeah, I really ain't got shit. Like, it wasn't a lot going on. Like, a few things. Like, I guess we could talk about this because it doesn't really need like a huge story. Last week we had spoke about, you know, possible new ushering of a Feige for DC. And Dan Lin, and it comes to find out today that he is pulling the fuck out. He said, I don't want no damn kids. I'm good. He said, this DC life ain't for me, bruh. Came out today. I didn't really go into an article if there really was even one. I'm sure there was, but I didn't read it. But
sure,
that's the reason why he left. But I'm pretty sure one of the many guesses we spoke about before was just like a lack of structure, where the going direction is probably just it's not probably, it is a mess over there.
Right.
And he probably was like, listen, I just don't want to take this on, or I don't know, it's just too much. Like, look at what you guys are leaving me. Like, what am I supposed to do? So he probably wanted something a lot more of a smoother integration into a role like that. Seeing how obviously he hasn't done it before, and just jumping into it, he'd have a lot to deal with. So yeah, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, it is you know, hate to say not surprised
at all.
And like, see Kenya in the chat saying it's a big role and job. I get it. He knew what it was before conversations were had. I mean,
Facts.
we immediately knew, and we talked about it last week. He's got his fucking work cut out for him. And so, I mean, I think anybody that knows that would have been him as soon as he got the call to even have a conversation about that, let alone enter negotiations. But I think the real thing here, so basically all it said was two sides ended negotiations without reaching a deal. It's kind of how it is. So whether could have been him saying, hey, for the amount of work we've got, you're not paying me enough, or it could have just been him going, I'm not about to even fucking try to fix y'all. Because I think part of it is, I think it's HBO Max. I think HBO Max is not, people like to pretend like HBO Max is killing it. And it's doing great, numbers wise, not for itself though. It's not doing what it should be doing. Like, you have something like House of the Dragon, which is doing unfucking believable numbers, but HBO Max as a streaming service is not getting the return that it should be getting. And I would think that whatever this new role was, doing, I would think that he's sitting there going theatrical, and the companies are saying, hey, we need to keep our streaming service alive. And he's like, that's already dying. Like, have Discovery throw all their shit on something for y'all, and just like, but don't start making DC shit for streaming. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not surprised, but also, we'd never heard of this guy before, you and I. Who the fuck is next for them to talk to? If this guy backs out, biggest job of his, in the history of his career, by far, he'll never get something this big. I mean, It's just not a thing. Because I did see one guy say that they hope Disney goes to this guy and gets him for Fox or 20th Century Studios and have him run 20th Century, which obviously would be easier than running,
Much
the DC world. But yeah, man, I don't know where DC Warner Brothers goes after this. I mean, it's tough to find a successful producer that really does the work. And like, I mean, that's tough, man. Like, that's why people talk about Kevin Feige like he's a god, because he is a one of a kind. And anybody you get to try to become that, they're not going to ever hit that line. So if your first unknown guy that's had some success backs the fuck out, who is next? I mean, really and truly. So I'm intrigued to find that out. But it's not a surprise that he left, to be honest.
Yeah, it's where the fuck do we even go from here? It's DC is in fucking shambles.
Correct.
The only one that seems remotely passionate about this shit still and making waves is The Rock. Yeah, and he's not even fucking.
And that's what
like it's not his job.
Yeah, he's just trying to push it because he has to. You know what I mean? Like, his movie's coming out. And that's it.
And that's really about it. Which I admire. And the more and more he pushes it, the more. And this, I'm nervous about it. Only because the marketing and pushing he's doing, the amount of passion he has for it and what he's doing and showing us every step of the way, like, it's hyping me for the movie, but it's also like, how can I put this?
Trying too hard. Like, what are you trying to hide?
I don't think he's trying to. It's just because so much is being put into it and I feel it and I see it and it's making me hype. I just don't want to be disappointed, because if I do, that's going to hurt even more. So like destroy me. I'm like, fuck. Again? Like you, like we're here every step of the way, and it would just suck. But boy, is he building the fuck out of it. He's the good side of DC right now.
Yeah, I mean, he is a marketing tool.
Yeah,
even more so than he is obviously a highest paid actor for a reason, all that kind of stuff, and box office draw. But like, that motherfucker knows how to market his projects. Yeah, and no one can say that that's not the case. And so, yeah, I mean, the big thing is if we end up seeing this movie and it is a disappointment, We're gonna be sitting there going, The Rock, all you've been doing is saying this is the most incredible shit. It's everything you've ever wanted. It's all that kind of stuff. And it's like, no, man, y'all don't know what we want still. Y'all still can't figure that shit out. So at the end of the day, I'm hoping the movie's solid. I'm not going to expect it to blow me away and be one of the greatest superhero movies ever or anything like that.
I mean, one can hope. But
yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to most superhero movies in general now, even Marvel, I need to go in with lower expectations to give them the chance to blow me away with just a solid ass movie. Like, and that's just the way it is. And so I'm like, hey, DC's track record's not great. Give me a good movie. Like, just give me, like, I remember Wonder Woman. Like, I left that movie and I said that movie is very safe in its story. It's, pretty easily telegraphed in a lot of ways, but fuck, it is solid as rocks in what it is, and I enjoy the hell out of it. Like, at least it wasn't like wavering. Like, it wasn't like a model walk
talking about, right?
Oh yeah, of course. But it instead of like 84 is a model walking on like some stilettos and doing that fucking wobble and like can't keep her fucking feet. And the first one is somebody walking in some Timbs. You're not able to even push them over. They might be a little bit off center from what is perfect, but at least they were solid and they had it the whole way. So that's kind of how I see it. So if The Rock can just give me that for now, I'm great. Build it out later, do some crazy shit, but we'll see.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we get a trailer this Thursday, and apparently it's gonna blow everybody's minds. Well, at least the movie itself, but we'll see.
They're doing a trailer for Black Adam on Disney Plus Day.
Yeah.
Oh, they're retarded as fuck. What are they doing?
Because football. They're doing it with football.
For Thursday night football? That's even worse. Nobody even watches Thursday night football.
It's
hilarious.
So we will see. Wait, so you said it's because D3 and all them still happening, right?
Yeah, D23 is the 8th, which is Thursday.
Oh, okay. That was Fandom. I was thinking about. I was like, didn't they cancel that?
Yeah, Fandom is bad.
Kaput.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. Yeah, but I say the first game in NFL. Exactly. That's like I think it's the season opener.
Okay, got you.
Let's see. What, Kenya? What are you talking about? Okay, so yes, we'll see DC Rock. There we go. Yet again, in its 15th weekend, Top Gun is #1 again. I'm very excited about that.
Correct. You said you went and saw it?
I surely did.
Instead of House of Dragon? I'm just kidding.
Fuck you.
No.
I have to pay for one. Damn it.
Well worth.
Yeah, it's great. And it's #1 at the box office and digitals at the same time, which is great and hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
Did you see a CinemaCon short?
No.
His little footage?
Oh, I think I saw a little bit of it with him on that plane.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, I just saw a tiny bit.
Yeah, it's great. So congrats to that for one of the best movies ever. Good job. Yeah, it was him and Spider-Man that was battling it out, and that came out on top.
Kenya, you really gonna tell me that out of the 3 nights that there's football, Thursday's not the one that people don't care about? You got Sunday night and you got Monday night.
Depends who's playing.
They literally give Thursday night. Obviously, it's season opener, but like besides
that, this would be great. But besides that, it's usually like throwaway teams.
They throw the fucking shit. That like, what do you fucking mean?
It's usually throwaway teams on that no one cares about.
Keep laugh crying emoji in the chat, man. You're like, what? Haven't watched Thursday night football, and I mean, it's all the teams you don't give a fuck about. Period.
Yeah, it's the trash ones.
He's just mad because that's probably when the Cowboys get put on. I don't know. I don't fucking watch them.
Well, probably because I don't give a shit about the Cowboys.
There we go. Sunday nights.
Oh, Sunday's where it's at. Like, come on now. people.
I don't watch football on Thursdays. I watch college on Saturdays and NFL if I want to on Sundays and Mondays if I give a fuck. I mean, I don't watch football in general. We don't talk about football in general because I don't care, but I watch it. I mean,
Lord.
nice to meet you,
now,
my boy.
boys.
I mean, fuck.
Calm down.
Just because I don't invite you over to watch.
All right, calm down and eat your peas. Okay, so I think. Oh, and Chadwick, congratulations, has
correct.
won an Emmy
There.
for his work on What If. Well deserved, obviously. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
I really don't have a.
Was there
shit
anything
else.
Movie news wise, I just don't think there was anything.
I don't think so either. And nothing can pop up in my head right now. Like, I feel like there's something. Oh,
I'm missing something, but
shit, what's the motherfucker called? Jordan Peele's new movie. He just dropped a new trailer today for his new, like, stop motion type film that he has coming out with the director of
know what you're talking about.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Jesus Christ. A Nightmare Before Christmas. It's called Wendell and Wendy or some shit.
Wendell and Wild?
Wendell and Wild, yes. It's his new stop motion film, or whatever you call that style of animation that they do. Was from the director of A Nightmare Before Christmas. They dropped the trailer today and it looks
Henry
fucking
Selick.
awesome.
Really?
Like, yes, it looks amazing.
So is Jordan Peele a part of the voice cast as well?
He's a voice cast as well. Him and Key. Because immediately you see what characters they're playing. It's like, ooh, Tim Burton did not direct A Nightmare Before Christmas, good sir. He only produced it. His name was attached, but he didn't direct. But yeah, so they're doing this, and I'm very excited about that. And
it's for Netflix.
Yep, it's another black story. You don't see black animated, especially claymation films, so let's do it.
All right, well, let's hope it's good because it is on Netflix.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right. I still haven't seen Day Shift and all that other shit either.
Don't watch it.
Day Shift. I still haven't seen Gray Man.
Nope. Haven't watched any of those fucking things.
I'm trying to think, is that all that is for Netflix? I think that's it.
What's the one with Hemsworth that came out? Hemsworth and Miles Teller that came out a while back.
Oh, Spiderhead.
Yeah, did you watch that?
I did not. That's another one I want to
see
watch.
What I mean? You see just list off the movies that you just said. List off the cast for that and tell me we skipped those movies. It's because it's fucking Netflix, man.
I also haven't watched Netflix in ages.
Exactly.
So I need to re-up and go check some shit out. And we talked about that last show, Terrell.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah, it is.
We're on the fence. I'll tell you that at least.
Oh, I'm more than on the fence. Like, I'm fucking groping the shit. I'm wrapped around it. I'm
squeezing it tight.
Absolutely. I'm bending frame, everything.
You're suffocating it with your thighs right there.
Absolutely.
Got you.
Just bear hugged. But yeah, I'll have to see. I'm just behind on a whole bunch of Netflix shit. I'm like, okay.
That's one thing I was going to bring up. I forgot. It finally popped in my head right before you move on.
Mm-hmm.
I got the opportunity to watch the new Pinocchio live action. Didn't do it. Couldn't do it. I was too busy.
That's right.
But
Mr. Hanks.
You know, so my guy that runs the website, he was like, "Hey, you all right over there?"
Yeah, I opened my phone and it was still the trailer of Wendell and whatever. I was like, oh shit.
That's funny. But no, he was like, "Hey, have you gotten a chance to watch it?" And I was like, "Oh man, no, I've been too busy, whatever, out of town, all that." And he's like, "Oh, okay, apparently it's terrible," is what he said. And I was like, "What?" And yeah,
that's not the one Guillermo's
No. So
his is the
Guillermo's doing another, and then this is live action Disney remake, like, you know, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast type of things.
Is this the one that Robert Downey was hinted at producing like years ago?
I have no idea. Okay. A hint at producing?
Well, yeah, because he had it for a whole while. It was talking about him about producing a Pinocchio film, and then shit went wild. I don't know, just disappeared, and then this came out. I was like, oh, sure. I don't know if this was it.
Yeah, no. So I don't know, but it's what I have to say about it. That the thing is, I'm not surprised that apparently it's not too great, and that's because how out of all these, like Disney live action remakes, which yes, it's a cheap fucking thing to go and let's take all our classic animated and do it in live action and whatever. It's super easy to get money from that, but to then take a movie that is a true classic like Pinocchio and you make it post-COVID for Disney Plus exclusively, like you don't put it out in theaters at all.
Oh, it's not coming out at all?
No, this is a Disney Plus movie. And so immediately I'm like, they started with half a fucking script. Like they took the animated movie, they said, keep watching that every night, and we have a little bit of a script, and I guess we'll just shoot it. We got Tom Hanks, people watch it.
I mean, that's where I mention and say the things I do about Disney is because they are literally so fucking powerful right now. They're just like,
they don't care.
It doesn't matter if it's like something like Pinocchio or something like that should be in a theater. I was like, we're not gonna fucking lose anything. We're fucking Disney. Here, just put it out. We want exclusives. Here you go.
Yeah.
Make the biggest stars in the world, the biggest IP. Put it on our streaming service to get more attention and subscribers. We'll make our money through Marvel and other Disney movie shit what we got. It's like, so they really don't give a shit. It's like they're not going to fill it. At the end of the day, they're not. It's like we're how many billions in our company? We're good. Just eat up all of our shit, and we'll make shit for the theater when we do. But now their choice, like you said, and what goes in theaters and not, obviously that's questionable, but that's why they do that shit.
But it's just weird that why rush out a Pinocchio movie if it's not going to go into theaters and make you a ton of money in that way? Like, y'all are going to blow your whole load of remakes in a decade? Like, fucking hold off. Like, you're making Little Mermaid. How many more you got?
Well, they do. Like, Mermaid, Aladdin, Cinderella, Lion King,
Beauty and the Beast, Mulan.
Beauty and the Beast, Mulan.
Fuck. Let me see here.
Does Jungle Book count?
Yeah.
Jungle Book.
Cruella doesn't really count, but could.
No, it doesn't count.
Dumbo.
Oh God, yeah, Dumbo. Jesus.
Didn't watch that. Maleficent got sequels in that bitch.
Maleficent.
You got multiple of those.
But that's not a remake though.
No, yeah, it is. It's the same thing. You know, like that's what I mean is they're taking their animated shit and just making it live action.
Oh, okay.
To get you know, Snow White. Yeah, that's shooting currently.
This is a Snow White movie? Oh, that's right. Fucking Rachel Zegler.
Yeah,
that chick.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Hercules, I think, is already confirmed to be coming soon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hercules. Yep. They better.
What we got? All we got left is Hunchback of Notre Dame. I mean, what?
No, shit is that all that's left?
I'm just looking, man. I don't know. It's an interesting fucking world. Lilo and Stitch. We can make a Lilo and Stitch live action, I guess.
Is that like Disney, or is it just like Pixar Disney like type shit? I don't know.
I think Lilo was just Disney. Anyway.
Yeah.
Bambi.
I guess that's true.
They're gonna give me a live
Bambi.
action.
Yeah.
But like that's the same thing as Lion King. Like I think they're smart enough to realize that's not gonna work.
I mean, maybe not because they're making a second Lion King, so so I don't think they're that.
Right, man.
I don't think they're that smart. Damn, I think.
Oh, Ken just gonna play Hunchback. I got you. God, you'd be a big ass fucking Hunchback, man.
That would be a big ass fucking Hunchback. Alan Richardson got to be Hercules. Oh yeah, Tarzan. Yeah.
Well, the other studios have made Tarzan shit, so they got to probably wait on that.
I guess that's true.
But
I mean, yeah, because the last Tarzan we had was Skarsgård.
Yeah. I didn't see that.
Legend
Did you
of
see
Tarzan. I did. That's fine.
He looked like a motherfucker though.
Oh, but I say he always does though. Like that man is just unnatural.
Did you see Northman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I saw the Northman of him just fucking.
Half, man.
Yeah. That was the most insane he's ever looked.
I mean, he was like, for Tarzan, he was like lean, ripped, like he was shredded. For Northman, he was like fucking. Somehow he grew his shoulders out, like. And
that's another thing. It was obviously he was in shape, but he also like positioned his body when he walks. Like he lifts up, like his head goes down, and like his chaps will be up. He just walks like.
I know, he's a fucking animal. Like he looks like a wolf, fucking coming at you.
Yep.
And that's what's so funny is that with him, people don't give him the credit because he's not a Marvel guy or DC guy, but like him naturally, very skinny dude. Like he really has to work to grow like that. Because if you look at him when he was younger, he was a tiny ass guy.
Even on, like Kenny said, even on True Blood, like he still was like, I'm just regular skinny dude with abs. But this shit now, fuck.
And how old? I mean,
he's in his 40s.
Swedish. 46, motherfucker's 6'4".
Yeah. It's a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
I would take Skarsgård as Ghost Rider. That's actually a good thing, Kenya. I would take him as Ghost Rider.
All right.
That would be great.
I don't hate it.
He can play savage. He can play to that deranged side of Johnny. Absolutely. And he's got the stature.
But then the problem is, like, do you really cast a guy as a superhero at 47? You know, like, is that something that, like, because I'm thinking of the choo-choo train that is Disney.
I mean, you really ain't got to do shit. He must going to be CGI anyway. I mean, unless they put him in a suit and just give him a green shit on his head, then does it really matter? Because you could just put a stunt guy in that bitch and be like, here, do the moves. And then, hey, Skarsgård, come to your lines.
See, but that's bullshit.
It's very bullshit, of course.
That's so Disney.
Absolutely.
Okay, Jason Momoa is a little different, my boy. I mean, I think that's quite obvious that. How old's The Rock? I mean,
he's about to be 50 if he's not already.
Yeah, so I mean.
But Momoa's that motherfucker. He's just different. That man's island bred.
He's built different.
He does all his shit. It's like, I'm doing me. I don't care if I'm 65. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's dope. And he just cut his hair off, and that makes me very sad.
Did he really?
Yeah, he did it for plastic shit, saving the world. So I don't know if it's all of it, but all this is definitely gone. So I don't know if
he did that. He did that again.
He did it before. I don't know.
He did that for when he went to go shoot Dune. He did it with his beard.
Oh, he did it with his beard, but this is like his fucking head. Like his locks are like done.
Correct. I'm just saying, like, he did it for the plastic thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah, that's funny. I'll have to look that up because I bet he looks fucking weird as shit. If he went a buzz cut, which he was gonna be Drax, God, talk about ruining his fucking career.
Right. I think he still has, at least in the video. I haven't seen him since he did it. All this on the top of his head was still there.
Okay, so he just saved this. He did a little undercut.
Yeah. And that's funny. The Rock's cousin saved The Rock's career. Stunt wise, he surely did. That motherfucker's in everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Okay. So let's get into do you have anything else?
I think I'm good, man.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. But we'll of course continue these chat conversations towards the end of the show. Looks like you guys have a lot of good stuff, so keep it going. We'll get to it at the end of the show. For show. Okay. If you made it this far, hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. All right. So this is pretty much going to be the Logan hour. These next few. As he walks us through these
we'll go quick.
Lovely little shows here. So one, we'll start off with something new. we had a premiere, a debut, as it were, for the motherfuckers with rings. It's the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. That's what's called, right? The Rings of Power?
Yeah.
Okay. Debuted on Amazon. Just the first episode, or did they do like a 3 episode? Okay, 2 spread. And you can speak a little bit more testament to this because you actually got to see it on a different format.
That is correct, sir.
Than some. So please enlighten us.
Yeah, so they basically did this thing where I think it was just Cinemarks around the country did one showtime. You got to watch the first 2 episodes in a theater. Yeah, Ken just talks shit.
Yeah. Watch my TikToks, motherfucker, then you'll see.
There you go. But yeah, I got to watch it in a theater, and I just have to start off by saying, like, I am not a Tolkien, diehard. I've seen Lord of the Rings one time. That was a year ago. Like, I mean, I'm not some deep diving Tolkien person. But first 2 episodes,
no Tolkien white boy.
But first 2 episodes, they're pretty good. Definitely feels like Lord of the Rings, where you have some excitement and then a lot of slowness. Like, I mean, it's definitely got the problem of here's 14 characters that we're introducing, and we got to give them all time, and they're all on different parts of the continent, and so we're just bouncing, and it's tough. I think it's tough, but overall, I'm definitely intrigued. But like, I will admit, that was a Wednesday night. That was that was a Wednesday night. I remember we were like exhausted as fuck, but we were like, no, we're gonna go because this is cool. We get to see a TV show that is massively cinematic and super, expensive in a theater for the first time. Blah blah blah.
Super expensive.
And first of all, definitely can see the money on screen. It's fucking beautiful. I mean, there is not an effect that looks bad. Period. It's beautiful. But showtime starting at 7:00 on a Wednesday night. Your boy was trying to keep his eyes open by like midway through that second episode.
Lord, Grandpa.
I mean, like, and I'm just saying, like, we have some crazy awesome action, and then it's like, now we're gonna go over to the Hobbits, and they're just picking fruit, and it's like, motherfucker. Like, I get that it's the world, and I get like it's everybody loves it, whatever, great.
Some shits.
Yeah, but the thing is that I didn't even fucking realize. Like, have you seen Lord of the Rings at all? Like,
I've tried. I fall asleep on every single
right.
one of them.
So let me see here.
I just don't care. Like, these movies are stupid.
they're stupid. But like, okay, so Hugo Weaving in Lord of the Rings is like the king of the elves. Elrond. Elrond is one of the main characters of the show.
Yeah, I saw someone do like a comparison type thing. Yeah.
The other thing I didn't know until fucking 2 days ago is that the main girl, Galadriel, that's the same character that Cate Blanchett plays in The Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Had no fucking clue.
So she's a young Cate?
She's a young Cate. First of all,
pretty dope.
This woman that's playing Galadriel is fucking beautiful as shit. And also, she is going to carry this fucking show. Like, she's all they got in a lot of ways. Like, they've got this other...
Well, I don't know. Everybody is fucking jizzing their pants over this elf dude, the black guy.
That's exactly what I was about to say. He's so fucking boring. His whole thing is boring. The first 2 episodes, it's like a massive lull. Anytime he's on screen, he looks good because he's an elf warrior, whatever. But he's basically a cop, like an elf cop. But his storyline's boring as shit right now. But I'm guessing by the time, I'm thinking everybody will come together kind of, but the girl is like legit. She's fucking great. Never seen her before, but she's awesome. But what I was gonna say is this comes out on Fridays, and it's gonna be tough to get me to sit down and watch this on a Friday night. I mean, like, I was planning on doing that for Patreon, and I just don't think I don't think I can do it, man. Like, it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch the show because the story excites the fuck out of me, because I know now that Elrond is the leader of the elves in Lord of the Rings, and this one, the show starts and they're like, hey, we're having a high meeting, and you can't come because you're not like a real one of us, like you're not a real high breed or something. And he's like, oh, okay, that's fine. Like, he doesn't care. But I'm like, how the fuck does he end up being the king? Like, what's that? And then also in Lord of the Rings, like, Galadriel is like magical. Like, Kate Blanchett's like magical, I think. And in this, she's just a straight up warrior. So I'm like, when the fuck does this happen? So I'm intrigued by the story. I want to see where we're going. And we've talked about it before, but the fact that the creators have the whole thing planned out, like up to the finale, like they know what the last shot of the finale is going to be, that gets me excited. And I'm like, okay, I should ride this out.
You think they'll make like an appearance, like their future selves? You think they'll make an appearance in this show?
No, Hugo ain't fucking doing it. Hugo's such an asshole.
Alone for you. I told you I'd never come back. Like type shit. I'm like, no, buddy. Like,
Hugo,
fuck guy.
Fuck, man.
He doesn't.
But I do think it's possible that, like, from what I understand, there's a giant battle that's supposed to take place right before Lord of the Rings started, and I think that we might get to that point because elves age very slowly. Like, the first episode starts, and within the first 15 minutes, we've gone like 1,000 years with Galadriel, and she looks the same. So it's like, it's very interesting because they're elves; they don't age. But
right.
But yeah, so I'm intrigued, but it's not like House of the Dragon has my attention much more than this. For now, at least we'll see. But yeah. You won't watch it, so it doesn't matter. Yeah,
no. Definitely not. Definitely have a better chance with, House of the Dragon than that shit. I just don't. Like, every time I tried to watch those stupid movies, I'm just like, I just get bored. I fall asleep. I'm over it.
It's tough.
I'm just like, all of them. And they want to make fucking longer director cuts. Bitch, bye. You would never.
I know, right?
See me do that. Is that in Harry Potter? I've always tried them. Like, this shit is just stupid.
Really?
Just take me away.
Oh god, I fucking love Harry Potter, man.
I fucking hate Harry Potter.
But like, I grew up on it, so it might be a little bit different. But I mean, I have very fond memories.
I'm watching these kids for 25 movies just run around and wave wands. It's so stupid. I don't know what's happening. Like, can we?
Well, they gotta learn.
I'm like, give me something like, can somebody throw a punch? Can we get some action, some deeper stuff? I know the later stuff got into all that a little bit, but I was still like, this is stupid. I'm fine.
This motherfucker who loves Fast and Furious, he won't watch Harry Potter.
Goddamn right, because Fast and Furious is a goddamn gold mine, and it's great. Classic. God. Classic, legendary films. Did you see? Yeah, well, yeah, fucking over $1 billion. What they both are. Like,
it's like those gold coins, but instead of chocolate is shit. That's what Fast and Furious is.
It's the best rap shit you ever seen in your life.
It's some pretty shit, my boy.
Yeah, exactly. It's some pretty shit. That's literally what they are. It's pretty shit.
Yeah,
like, it's wrapped up beautifully. Like, know it's not great, but it's like, it's fucking just beautiful to look at. Thank you.
Yeah.
Speaking of, so what's her name? Jordana Brewster got married. I believe it was over this weekend or today. Jordana Brewster plays the sister, Mia Toretto, in Fast and Furious. So Dom's sisters.
Okay.
So she got married, and her husband pulled up in her car from the original Fast and Furious and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. But everybody And this bitch is dressed up in wedding attire, beautiful and lovely.
Don't tell me.
Vin's ass is in a black V-neck
Oh,
with shades on.
God, he's such a fucking dick, man.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? I'm like, are you not? Are you fucking you're in a fucking V-neck right now at essentially your sister's wedding?
Right. I thought we were family.
What
God,
are
man.
you doing?
Unbelievable. That's crazy.
Oh my god, bro.
I was gonna say, when you said what you were saying, I thought it was gonna be white t-shirt. But
no,
so
no. He pulled a black one today.
So black V-neck.
He pulled a black V-neck.
I'm guessing that's nicer, but
it's more.
That's
more,
fucking crazy, man. Because like,
you know.
But I've seen Vin Diesel in like tuxedos. Like, why would he not show up in a $40,000 tuxedo or something? Crazy, man.
No idea, but I was dying because he took a picture
funny.
with Ludacris and her, and Luda's all decked out. She's in a
Luda's
wedding dress,
and
he's just sitting there with shades, like, yeah, family. I'm like motherfucker. I'm like, all right.
It's probably nighttime too, and he's still got his shades on.
Nope. Broad daylight.
Okay.
Broad daylight, chilling with fucking slacks and a V-neck.
Good God.
You really thought he was Toretto right there? It's like, nope, wrong time, buddy. Wrong time.
Hey, we're not on set, my boy.
Yeah, wrong time. Good, calm down.
Can you imagine if they get Brian's sister to remarry? Or Brian's wife to remarry? It'd be fire in the streets.
Well, they're going to, because he's still alive and he's going to be in this one, so that's not going to happen.
God, that's fucking terrible. I forgot about that. Wipe that from my memory. Oh.
Oh, that's like, why? He's going to be alive and he's coming back. I don't know, listening to fans or his mama, somebody. It's just stupid all around. But whatevs. Okay. So now we continue Logan's Hour with another show that premiered episode 3.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
Correct.
And apparently everyone's grabbing their tits on this one and it's driving people crazy.
Yeah.
And it's House of the Cards with dragons. Did episode 3. Sir, take it away.
Yeah. House of the Dragon, episode 3. This one's interesting because I don't know if you remember from last week, but we skipped from episode 1 to 2, we skipped 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
From episode 2 to 3, we skipped 3 years into the future, which is interesting. But I think this one's executed a little bit better because some shit's actually happening that continues the story a little bit better, I think. But with that being said, this episode's fucking phenomenal. There's so much like symbolism and things that I'm hoping the story like keeps going, because the whole point is the king had no sons, his wife died, and he had a brother that was crazy, and his brother did some fucked up shit, and his brother was his heir, and he told his brother to fuck off, go back home across the continent, and I'm naming my daughter as heir. That's episode 1. Episode 2 is them kind of trying to figure that out. Some people aren't happy about it. People are like, well, the king, his wife died 6 months ago. He should remarry and start trying to make more heirs again with a new woman. And it's very weird, but in that second episode, because you have to play the game of Thrones where you got to like marry into families that will like bring more power and things like that. And so they're trying to get him to marry like a 9-year-old girl. And this guy's like 50 something.
That's lovely.
And he's like, oh, I can't. And, and he talks to the little girl and she's like, I would love to marry you, my king, blah, blah, blah. Like, and he's like, is that what your dad told you to say? And she's like, yeah, like whatever. And he's like, okay.
Like, man,
and he's like, what'd your mom tell you or something? And she goes, that I didn't have to bed you until I was 14 or something like that.
Oh.
And this is like a 9-year-old girl or something. It's so fucking weird.
No, not bed you at 14.
And that episode ends with him saying, I'm gonna, like, he has a conversation with his daughter. You're still my heir, but I am gonna remarry because I have to. It's what kings have to do, and I'm gonna make that decision. And the daughter's like, I get it, that's fine.
I'm gonna fuck around with this 9-year-old real quick.
Well, he's like, I'm gonna remarry. And the daughter saw him with that 9-year-old. This is episode 2. It ends with him going, okay, I've decided to remarry, and I'm gonna remarry that girl. And it's the daughter's best friend and like kind of servant girl. And that girl has been behind the daughter's back the whole time since the wife died, and like trying to get him to fall in love with her because she's the hand to the king's daughter. And so he's like trying to play.
She's the hand, all right.
Correct. And so episode 3 starts. She's got a son with him, and she's pregnant again because it's been 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's the son's 2nd birthday, and it's basically now people are like, when is he going to name the son the heir? And so the daughter's all pissed off and like doesn't fuck with anybody because she's like, I know you're just waiting to replace me as heir because people don't want a woman and you now have a male heir and all that kind of shit. And they do some really beautiful symbolism with this stag. They call it a stag, and there's this big gray stag that apparently like runs the forest. And when a royal child turns 2, they go on a hunt and kill an animal in its name.
To like 2?
The kid isn't a part of the hunt, but like the king goes and kills an animal.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is he doing that?
Yeah, no, he's not a part. It's like about like giving them their name. Like they have a name, but then it's like
I shall name
behind
you
it.
Beaver.
God, The Rock. But they're like, all the servants that have been tracking are like, we found that stag in the area that runs the forest, this giant gray stag. And people are like, oh man, like if we're able to kill that animal for this kid, like on his name day or whatever, that's a message from the gods that he's supposed to be the true heir. And the king's like having to hear this shit, and he's like, yeah, maybe, like, because he's starting to rethink things. He's having problems with his daughter being the heir and all that. He's like, maybe. And anyway, long story short, they end up saying, hey, we caught a stag, come kill it. It's not that stag. It's just a normal big stag. And they give him a weapon to kill it, and it takes him 2 stabs to kill it. It's only supposed to take you 1. And if it takes you more than 1, it's like bad luck. And so not only is it not the stag it's supposed to be, but then he doesn't kill it in the first blow. And so you can kind of immediately see on his face that like he's like, fuck. He's like, that's not good. He's like, that's a bad omen. And at the same time that that's happening, his daughter had run off, like ran away, and the gray stag like showed himself to her. And so it's the gods kind of showing us, the audience, and her, like she is the rightful heir, like she's the one that it should be. And so it's really cool because without the father and the daughter talking, by the end of the episode, they both have the same, like she is walking in and she's like, I should be the heir. And she's walking into her dad, the king, and he's like, I'm not going to replace you as the heir. And he's like, I don't know what's going to happen when I don't do that, but I'm not replacing you. And so it's really fucking cool because with 2 different experiences that are similar, they've gotten to the same conclusion. And so now it's just the politics involved of like, when is a rebellion going to start from the people that are like, we're not going to serve a fucking woman. And that's the whole thing, is what it's going to be about. It's like, no, we would rather serve that 2-year-old kid than this grown-ass 18, 19-year-old woman. So it's pretty interesting. I'm really liking it because that was just like the emotional part of the story. Then you have Daemon, the brother who got sent off, and he's out here fucking in a full-blown war, and he does some badass
That's the
shit.
one picture everyone keeps posting is just him drenched in.
Yeah, he does some badass shit, and the reason he does the badass shit is because he's been at war for 3 years, and he's losing.
Oof.
And finally, the king sends, like, somebody on behalf of Daemon sent for help and asked the king, would you send troops and boats? We're losing. And finally the king said, yeah, let's go ahead and send them. And so he's like, here's a message, handwritten message, give this to my brother. Help's on the way, is what it says. And guy shows up, gives it to Daemon. He opens it up, reads it, and he gives it right back to the guy. And he just starts beating the fuck out of that guy because he's so mad that he hasn't been able to accomplish something, and he needs his older brother to come save him. And where he's like, I'm supposed to be the heir, I should be king, and now the king's coming to have to save my ass. And so then he's just like, fuck it, and he just takes off by himself, and he's like, I'm gonna kill all these fucking people. And he walks in there and he fucking does it. He murks all of them. Like, they're coming at him, he's just destroying them, and he ends up going, like, the main guy that they're trying to kill, that's like the leader of these people, is like hiding in a cave, and he just walks into that cave and comes out with that guy cut in half.
Oh.
And just dragging him. But the guy has one arm and half a torso, and he's just dragging him by the arm like a suitcase, just dragging his ass out. And it's fucking dope.
That's pretty dope,
and
actually.
So as soon as he gets word, like, help's on the way, he's like, nah, I'd rather fucking die. Let's go. And he just goes out there and does it. It's fucking awesome. Like, I'm like, okay, I see you. So I'm even starting to kind of like that guy a little bit. So we'll see where the show takes us.
Rooting for the asshole.
I think you might want to catch up. But
I'm gonna catch up.
I would catch up earlier than later.
Yeah, no.
Because do you work on Mondays?
No.
So they come out Sunday nights. Just fucking watch them. It's a fucking great time.
I know. I'm gonna do it.
Because how often? What other shows come out that you like come out at a specific time that you can watch with everyone else in the world is watching that episode at the exact same time as you? We haven't had that. We don't get that experience anymore. It just debuts on Disney Plus at 2 a.m. Shit, I'm not doing that. Half the country's not doing that. This debuts, I think, at 8 your time. Everybody's there. I want to say it starts at 7 my time, but it might be 8. But anyway, everybody's fucking watching, and it just pops up on your HBO Max. You play that shit in 4K and big beautiful goodness, and yeah, man, you should watch it for sure. Catch up.
That's true. I'm
because then you can start getting into the party shit. Like, you could, like, people do viewing parties and all that kind of stuff, you know. Which, like, this show is not there yet.
No.
But, like, they have seasons of this show. It could get that good. I don't know.
I think it still will. Like, even after the fact of, like, hey, it's not as big. Well, I can't say not as big as Game of Thrones, but it'll still be something to take serious, to be like, hey,
right,
we're coming over for Game of Thrones night or House of Dragons night, whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
So I'm sure it will be, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna figure it out.
I believe in you.
Thank you so much. All right, so our last of the evening headline is something I have seen.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Go figure. Who would have thought? The Hulk Who She dropped. Episode 3. Bars. Dropped, and this one here continues the trial of Emil Blonsky. Jen is still trying to get this man his freedom. We now, trying to find Wong, because he was the reasoning as to why Abomination escaped. A very forceful reason, because it was going to help his training to become Sorcerer Supreme.
Correct.
And then what else did we get in this? Oh, we met a lovely little elf who's running around thinking she Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh my god.
Who is cheating a real asshole out of some money.
Correct.
And they come and bring the story together because the new paralegal uses Jen to testify in order to help reward the asshole with his money and, the W in the case, which she does. And then we get introduced to the Wrecking Crew at the end of the show, who apparently has some Asgardian construction worker equipment.
That was interesting.
It was interesting. And who were sent to retrieve the blood of She-Hulk, which is also very interesting. Who sent it? Who knows? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? So we're gonna go see. So yeah, man, I think that was all that majorly happened. And of course we get the twerk scene.
It's so
that
good.
Caught the internet by fucking storm. It is amazing. Yeah. And never thought I needed or wanted or I would have liked to see She-Hulk twerk, but I did all three, and it was glorious, and I'd watch it again next time she needs to be in her superhero suit or a bikini, whichever one. I really, again, strong fucking episode. Love this episode. It was really good to spend more time with Emil. Tim Roth is just back in it, having fun, enjoying himself. Yep. I think this is all a bullshit ruse. Tigel and his 7 soulmates are actually the Thunderbolts. So we'll see. I think it's a
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I just think the little fucking Midsommar ladies are just cover up. And then when it gets out, my 7 people were actually these motherfuckers backing me the whole time. I'm staying with them. What else? It's really fucking bad. It was good to get more of, what's his name? Pug. That was cool.
Yeah.
Really liked Pug.
That guy's funny, man. Like, when the elf.
I don't.
Yeah. You
guys
me.
Know.
Like, it's so fucking good, man.
It's really good. Wong, great.
Sure.
I'm really glad Wong's getting so much fucking time.
That's what my girl was like, why does Wong and everything? I was like, he's cheap and he can teleport.
Right.
Like, it makes it's perfect. Like,
right. And people love Wong. Nice.
That actor doesn't have to do anything. He already keeps his hair short.
Right.
It's an easy, hey, come in here real quick. We're going to do, a couple days of shooting.
I must depart.
yeah, that was a crime. And he's like, I must depart.
And, like, hey, you can't fuck. What are you gonna do?
What about that? What at the beginning when she's driving and she's like, I hope you don't think this is just a show about cameos. And then she's like,
show.
But except for Hulk,
except for Bruce, and Emil,
and a Pup Nation,
and Wong.
Yeah.
Just remember who shows actually.
Yeah, it's so fucking good, man. Like,
it's so good.
They have the nail is perfectly on the tone of this.
Yeah.
To where you don't take it overly serious, but oh my god, it's funny. Like, you've got this guy that thinks he's dating Megan Thee Stallion. It's actually some old ass woman, probably thousands of years old.
You thought she drove her Passat?
Yeah. And then it's like, okay. He's like, how much money are we talking here? He's like, I'm gonna throw out a number. You just tell me high or low. He's like, so you started with a mid-size sedan, so it's like 50,000. He's like, nah, 100,000. And it just works because like the Pug guy somehow totes that line of being stupid, but also he's like a lawyer and he's smart, but he's like, he's got his professionalism intact, but also he's like, this is fucking ridiculous, man.
That's a house.
That's a house in some areas of the country.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. Like that guy's so fucking he's like, whatever. And then I like how
impressed by my Cybertruck.
Oh god. But which isn't even out yet. But I like how our girl Jen also is the one that wins him the case by just explaining how much of a dick he is. Pretty damn smart there.
So yes, he actually would believe he's dating Megan Thee Stallion because he's that damn delusional.
And then he's like, "Oh, Megan Thee Stallion was there. Should I go get her number?" And they're like, "Please
Should I
don't."
go back? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
And then I did see some people trying to ask, is Megan Thee Stallion a superhero in the MCU because of the after credit scene?
She
No.
could. You never know.
She's also going to sue the Asgardian woman for impersonating her image.
Yeah,
I mean, it's quite obvious.
They're just using that because it's like, why the fuck is she signing up for a superhero division? But
yeah, it's because she's suing us, powered being.
Superhuman, yeah, superpowered.
Because it's the same thing as what the lawyer just did to this girl.
It would be dope, though.
No, it would not. That girl can't fucking act.
She'll need to sit there. Just maybe her power is twerking. maybe her shit in the beginning, like She-Hulk clapping. A thunderclap there. She'd just be clapping her ass, and people just be fucking flying back and shit. And every time she's done, she's like, eh.
Hulk's just like,
oh god, but I can't look away. I thought she was playing an actual character. I was like, oh, this bitch is playing herself. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just Megan Thee Stallion.
Just literally Megan Thee Stallion. That's right. Yeah. There's only one Megan Thee Stallion. Eh. I was like, oh god.
Oh god. Yeah, they got her.
They did get her. And yeah, and now Emil is gonna be free. Mm-hmm. He can never turn to the abomination. But we all know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's no way.
Which was given, I guess, set by the terms for Jen, because she was given that idea at the end of her courtroom. It's like, oh, this give me an idea. That stays between us. And then that's one of the shits for his parole. So we shall see where that goes. Do you think we're done seeing him for the rest of this season?
No. I'm sure he'll show up later on. But for a little bit, for a few episodes, I'm thinking he's going to be laying low, doing whatever he needs to. And I mean, really, it just kind of makes sense that all of a sudden one day there's going to be something on the news. It might not even be him doing anything bad, just abomination has been cited, and that's against his parole or whatever, and right back in.
Chances of seeing Yelena or Val?
Val's high. Later on.
Val's high?
Yeah, because she's cheap. But having Yelena show up, I don't think that's going to happen. But
because they did announce she is the leader of
which intriguing for sure. But
very interesting.
I think we've got too much. I think we've got more development to take place before she gets that role. You know what I mean? So because Val is the one that's going to show up in Sweet Talk. Because I don't know if I believe you on the whole 7 soulmate thing. I think Emil Blonsky right now is absolutely just unloading over and over again on these 7 women in his house. He's just getting all these women. But it's going to take a sweet talker like Val to show up and get him to leave that house. So
maybe. So who do you think wants her blood?
Well, it sucks because I would think Thunderbolt Ross, and the sir has since passed on.
I mean, Ed Harris is still out there.
They could definitely recast. They really could, and it would work.
Yeah.
But that's my immediate thought.
Or Val.
I don't know what Val would use it for.
Maybe to get her own shit, because maybe she knows, like, hey, this motherfucker don't want to be abomination, so I have to find another way to make this shit work. Yeah, I know a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's the leader. It's Tim Blake Nelson from The Incredible Hulk. He's gonna come back." Yada yada yada. Which I wouldn't be angry.
I wouldn't be upset, but that's just kind of a random.
Very random.
If there's something you're not gonna bring back from those movies, like, it's gonna be him. He already got some of the blood. Right. But as for him, though, maybe he wants stuff like other shit, because I don't know. We'll see. In reality, it would be a stretch. He doesn't know this, but if he got Jennifer Walters' blood, from what we learned in episode 1, it might perfect him in a way. because it fixed Hulk. So
But that was what his. Because he already has his DNA in there, so it might. That's a lot. It's 3 cocktails of blood and DNA just swimming in that man.
He's got all the STDs.
He's got all of it. Just a walking petri dish. Right.
You can see it on his head.
Absolutely, literally.
On both.
Literally and figurative, right?
Both.
Literally and figuratively. It's like, damn, bro. But yeah, I love this. It continues to amaze. Tatiana is still killing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it just makes no sense how amazing she is. It's just a show. And give me more Wong. Utilize him as much as you can, because I know he's gonna bite it at some point for Strange to take over as
sure
Sorcerer Supreme. So give him to us while we can, because we love Wong.
And I'm so excited because this week's episode on Thursday will be the last episode that I've already seen, and then I'm caught up and I get to kind of experience everything with you guys again, and get ready to go on some Tinder dates, my guys. That's what's happening. It's gonna be fun as shit.
I'm not proud of this.
Yeah,
but you should be. Yeah. But you should be, because I would. She is fine. I don't like.
Oh no, yeah.
What the fuck?
No, and you want to know what's absolutely insane is they already fucking knew that, and that is the storyline for this next episode. Is Jen can't get any dates, so she starts posting pictures of She-Hulk. Bring, ding, ding, ding. They just start flying through, and
I would.
Exactly.
Man,
I mean, come on now.
Pick me up, toss me, do whatever. I don't give a fuck. Come on. Come on.
Oh my god.
She is fine. I just wish I want more of like the pinup. Like the pinup is my favorite look. When she pulls her hair back.
Right. Like in episode 1 when she was.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she looked good as fuck.
She looked good as fuck. Just casual with that pink shirt and shit. Just I was like,
Yeah. I want at home She-Hulk. That's right.
At home. Just casual She-Hulk.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's chilling. People don't realize that's when women look the best, is when they're at home.
When they're comfortable.
Exactly.
Yes.
They ain't trying to show out.
Not in pain, but fucking 6-inch heels and all this makeup on the nope. It's a heavy ass shirt, some boy shorts or underwear, and letting shit just go.
Yeah. Just put your hair up, get it out of your face.
Absolutely. Just
that's right.
Sit on the couch, legs up, just throw just whatever. Absolutely.
Because that is one thing I don't love, is because obviously Tatiana has curly hair.
Yeah.
And then she turns into She-Hulk and her hair is like
straight,
gets
wavy.
Tall. Like it
gross.
And I'm like, why she got like Hulk hairspray coming out the roots like immediately to like solidify that hair.
Just to make it more comic accurate. That's it.
I know, but I just want to see it like. That's why when she had it done up, I was like, that looks natural. And also, she's a Hulk. And so it just worked really well. But yeah, it's weird how they could make her fine, though. And they fucking knew it.
Very weird.
Like, they knew it, and that's going to be...
It's like, because yes, that's another thing I want to talk about. Thank you for bringing that up in terms of self-awareness. It's like they knew what this show was going to cause, what it was going to do, and they made episodes based around it. This episode, when they went directly for the little dick misogynist fucking my ass hurts because a woman is in the lead of this type shit.
Yep.
Saying everything verbatim that these dumbasses say. I was like, oh my God, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
I love it.
So smart.
You did all this, you made it a woman. You know, I'm just saying, like, oh my God, I loved it.
That clip ends with the guy going like, "Oh my God, I smashed."
And to be honest with you, I did not catch that the first time I watched it.
Oh, really?
It came after. I was like, "Oh shit."
That's funny, man.
I was like, "Did the Marvel just say,
they're
smash?"
They're having too much fun with it, but it's so good. Like
they are.
Having the twerking at the end, and I mean, body, yada, yada. I mean, like, fucking hilarious.
They knew it was gonna happen, and now look, fucking She-Hulk twerking is all over the place, and now again the little dicks are all upset, like, oh, fucking Tony Stark died for this, and the state of the MCU people, and yada yada yada. Oh, so Peter Quill can dance his ass off and do what he wants, but fucking She-Hulk can't, huh?
Fucking start that.
I'm like, Jesus, what is wrong with you people?
I got a conversation this weekend with somebody that was like, it's Captain Marvel's fault that Tony Stark's dead. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? They're like, they said if she had done her job and like gotten, I guess it was talking about when she was supposed to put the gauntlet back in the thing. I'm like, she tried her best. I was like, she did everything she could do.
Oh, she had to put it in the back of the truck and
yeah,
fucking but Thanos Canyon spirit that goddamn thing into it.
But she was trying to blame Captain Marvel. I was like, no. I was like, she did everything she possibly could. And so then I had to bring up the same thing I brought up for you, which is Doctor Strange saw one motherfucking ending where we win. If it didn't happen the way it happened, we would have lost. So Star-Lord had to do that, and Captain Marvel had to get fucked up. It's just the way it goes.
No matter what logical explanation, I will never accept that dumbass thing Peter Quill did.
Golly. It was for love.
Fuck it. Fuck love for 2 seconds, goddammit. Everyone's about to die. You will be fine.
I mean, you're not wrong.
2 seconds.
But emotion.
You'll be fine for 2 seconds, man. Golly. Oh, to this day. Oh my God. I remember I watched a reaction to it yesterday.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. And just like,
when that scene happens, absolute like, stress and fear. Like the first time we watched that movie in the theater and he fucks it up, and we're all sitting there going, oh no. Like, because all of a sudden eyes open back up and he immediately grabs that, he yanks that shit back, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough, not good.
And that's what happened. Oh, we're done, by the way. She-Hulk, cool.
Yeah,
it's amazing. Well, we shall wait for it. Now this time's for you guys. Let's shoot the shit. Whatever you guys got, lay it out on us. I was watching, and like I said, the reaction to it, and it just brought me back to when those first, especially that one, that an Endgame, but when Infinity War first came out, what that feeling was watching that for the first time, and how much of a fucking event that movie was, to an epic scale. Like, just everything, nailing it, boom, 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 boom. But it's just like, holy fuck, what am I watching? Like, I don't know how to take this. It's the best form of overwhelm than you could just ever possibly.
That's a great way to put it.
Fathom.
It really is.
Like,
because it.
Holy shit.
What I love about that movie is it's made strictly for people that have followed all the movies.
Yeah.
To where they're like, hey, we're not doing any character development.
Yeah.
Like, besides Thanos, which is the one that's introduced, it's his movie. Yeah. Everyone else, how you saw them last is how they are.
Yep.
For the most part. If they're not, we're going to touch on it enough because it's for this story. So we have like Wanda and Vision, things like that get some good, meat. But legitimately, like Thor gets some. But like, I love how you're just dropped in and it's go, go, go the whole fucking time. It's like, because you've had all these movies with these people. Now you get to see how they react in this situation, and it's chaos, bedlam, ending up in space, fighting, meeting each other, fighting people, like all these things. And I just love how it hits on all cylinders for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and then maybe even more than that, 2:25, and then they fucking lose. It is unbelievable.
Speechless. Like, did they just fucking kill like, is that it? And this motherfucker smiles, and that's it. It's like, yeah, I did
that's it.
Bye. Enjoy.
I'll sit on my porch, just happy as can be.
A smile. Look out on the grateful universe. It's fucking amazing. Oh my God. And it's
so goddamn good.
There's one part, and that for me is when the shit hits me, just in terms of like, holy fuck, like I'm here. Like, this scale is, oh my God. Is when I forget the fucker's name, the henchman, but the two land in New York and Tony's with Strange.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you'll be happy to make your hair be moving and shit like that, whatever. But just the epic like buildup of Tony opening the door
That
and seeing
oneer?
all the oh my god, and seeing all the chaos in the background, you say woo, 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 all this is happening.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm like, this is fucking like I'm getting goosebumps. Like,
right? No, I mean
Jesus.
you're so right because you get to see him immediately. It's like a cop, but he's an Avenger, obviously. But it's just
Right.
he walks out there. All of a sudden, there's a car wreck,
Chaos.
and he's like, "Hey, Wong, help them!" And Bruce is like, "We got him!" And like, it's just everybody's working, and then there's a fucking giant alien ship, and him and Strange just walk right out. Like they're like, "This is our job.
Right.
That's what we do." And you just get to see first responder, like what you did not get to see with Cap's entrance. We got to see them go, "Oh fuck, something is happening. We got to get over there." And I even like how he like gets on that wall, and then it's like, "Okay, I'm gonna jump out here," and like he just kind of jumps out to get in the middle a little bit, and he's like, I got to be center stage for this," and then he's like, "So like get out of here, Squidward," and like all that shit. It's just fucking dope.
I'm sorry, Earth is closed today.
Yeah.
Oh,
so good.
So good. Or even just fucking Thor's Wakandan entrance, or just
oh god, yeah, man. There's so much.
So much.
Doctor Strange and Thanos fight on Titan.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the best MCU's ever had. I mean,
the fucking moon throw. Oh my god.
Yeah. I cannot get enough of whenever when he turns the black hole thing into butterflies.
Butterflies.
But then when the one detail that I remember, I left the movie the first time, and I was like talking about how much I loved that Thanos uses the stone that he just got every time. So like if he gets a stone, he uses the new stone the next scene, which makes total sense because he wants to test it out a little bit, see what it does. And so the movie starts, he already has the power stone, so he's using that. He's already used it to take out that ship, fuck it all up. And then he gets the space stone, and you immediately see him use both of them to destroy the ship and teleport them. You just got to see him use both. And as a general audience member, you could jump in and see that. But long story short, you get all the way to, he gets Reality Stone, he gets Soul Stone, and I remember leaving that movie and I was like, we didn't get to see him use the Soul Stone. Like, I'm confused as to what that means, like how you could use that as a weapon or as a stone, like how it's used. And then I remember the second time I watched it, you do get to see him use it in that Doctor Strange fight when he does the fucking incredible multiplying thing.
It's like, whoa, that shit.
Yeah, so that's the thing, is there's a million of them, and he uses the power and the Soul Stone to find the right one.
Yeah.
Only one of these have a soul. And it's just fucking dope, man. Like, they got that shit. And that movie is almost perfect. There's only one giant plot hole that makes me so sad that I wish they had figured out, but it's okay.
Which one is that?
It makes me sad every time I gotta bring it up because the whole fucking movie rides on it. So it's Strange. It's Tony, Strange, and Peter on the Titan ship, headed back to Titan, and they save Strange, get rid of what's his face, and Strange is immediately like, "How are you gonna get us back?" And Tony's like, "I don't know how to fly. I don't know how to drive this. Like, we're gonna have to ride it out, and like maybe we should ride it out." And Stranger's like, "No, we are not doing this. We need to turn this around right now. We need to go back home now." And they argue about it and all that. The whole time he's got his sling ring on, and he can make a portal to wherever the fuck he wants and send them all home right now. and that's the only, because he's like, "How will we get home?" Like, he's like freaking out, and it's like, bro, we can get home now if you want. You're using the sling ring all over Titan, So
maybe he can't do it in space.
That's not
home.
true.
I don't know.
Wrong. And I just wish it wasn't the case, but it's the case. And so it's just one of those things. It's just the way it goes. But because I don't know if he's wearing the sling ring in that scene, like purposefully, so that people don't go like, huh. But that's just always been one that as soon as I saw that, I was like, fuck. Because I really thought the movie was perfect. Like logically, I was like, the story actually all makes sense and it's perfect. Yeah. But that was the one thing that I was like, dang it, man. Like, I wish that there was a way for them to, because even if they had like said, oh, he lost it on the ship and then found it once they crash landed on Titan somehow, and it's like, oh, thank God. Like even just that, I've been like, okay, I'll take it. You know, right. Like at least they thought of it to not let me poke holes into it, because that's literally what I do. I'm the worst person in the world because all I do is just poke at movies and say like, well, what about this? What about this? And just that's why I would never write shit, because I'll cry when people do it to me. but you know how it is. So yeah, right. But golly, Infinity War is so fucking good, man.
Yeah, it's
and don't I will forever say I fucking hate the title of Avengers Endgame. Like, should have been Infinity War Part 1, Part 2. 110% for me. I hate it.
I don't mind it at all.
Endgame wasn't even a fucking word, really, until Strange said it in Infinity War, and it was like kind of a throwaway, like, oh shit.
It was the plan, man. Ever since Ultron. There's Endgame, man.
I remember first watch of Endgame when all of them start running at each other after Avengers Assemble. And I was like, this is literally the war for the Infinity Stones. Like, this is a war. And I remember saying, like, this is an Infinity War. And I was like, why the fuck? Like, I was hoping it would end and then, like, change the name.
It's an Infinity War to the Endgame.
You're trying. It's not going well, but you're trying.
Listen, it all makes sense, Daemon. I don't know. It's just Infinity War is just so good. We'll never have movies like those again. I don't know, because they were those the first.
Two movies,
I'm
right
sorry.
There?
Yeah. You just won't. And I love that they're so drastically different. Mm-hmm. And to me, I love Endgame better, just because it focuses more on the story aspect of these characters. Correct. And the aftermath. And I absolutely development. Love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Infinity War is just the minute that credit starts, let's go. Let's action, get us there. And the story came from Thanos. But Endgame was like, you're going to sit in this. That's exactly. Why it's fucking 3 hours, bitch. You're sitting in this.
Yeah.
And you're going to see how these heroes are fucking broke.
I know. I love how it is 3 hours, 3 acts, and that first hour is morning.
Yeah.
And second hour starts, and it says fucking New York 2012. And you're like, holy shit, here we fucking go. Like, We're hopeful again. We've got a plan. We're executing said plan. And goddamn, I still, the amount of people, whenever someone fucking tells me, don't even get me started, when people are like, Cap's selfish, like he shouldn't have done that when he leaves at the end and like goes and gets old with Peggy. I'm like, nah.
I'm like, you don't know that character, huh, buddy?
I'm like, fuck all of y'all. I'm like, he's done nothing but sacrifice his whole time. I'm like, the whole point is that him and Tony are swapping places, where Tony makes a sacrifice play, lays down on the wire, and he makes that play, and Cap is like, you know what, I've done enough. I'm gonna go live my life now. And it is unfucking believable. It really is. Love it to death. Is.
Like I said, it pays so much tribute just to them as characters and their relationship with each other throughout the entire fucking, like it was a love-hate relationship, but they've learned so much from each other. Like, yeah,
exactly.
They took over traits. Like, as you say, literally, it's like, well, shit, maybe this other person had it right. Maybe it had a point.
After Civil War, too, you got to remember, they didn't even, see each other for years.
Yep.
And then you get the beginning of Endgame, and they have to kind of get, they got to realize some things with each other. It's fucking dope, man. So good.
It's like, oh yeah, I still fucking hate your ass.
Yeah. Where were you, motherfucker? It's like,
right.
We're supposed to be together.
We lost. you weren't there. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit,
liar. Whatever he says.
No trusting options, no liar. I was like, oh fuck, my emotions.
Yeah.
Take this and you hide. I was like, oh fuck, Tony. Yeah, it was so good.
It's good as fuck.
So good. Yeah.
I love it to death.
I'm gonna watch those movies now. I'm just
No, go watch House of the Dragon. It's okay. Golly. 3 hour one end game is just all the episodes are out.
One movie is all 3 episodes. You're kind of there. You go. Let's do it. Yeah,
and what's really fun, I'm talking it up. It's nowhere near as good as what you're thinking, like what I'm sounding like it is. But I think that you would enjoy the world, like I do. So, and maybe you don't. Maybe it's too close to something like Lord of the Rings, and you'll hate it. But
nothing can be that shit. I don't know.
Okay.
At least won't fall asleep. At least go peep the new DBZ movie, bro. I'm so behind on Dragon Ball. I don't even know if I know what the fuck is going on at this point.
Yeah.
Like I've seen clips. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? What? Like I don't. It's a lot. I know shit that happens, but I don't know. We'll fucking see. Does anything come out this weekend?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I wish Top Gun was in IMAX.
It was for me.
Oh, it was in IMAX for you.
Yep.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, man.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason I went. I wasn't going if it wasn't. What?
What?
And I remember I posted on Twitter that theater pack sold out.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, man. I love it.
Love it. Remember, I think it might still be on my phone. I took it. I don't know, see if you can see it. This was the seating chart for it, and all them bitches is filled up.
That's fucking awesome. Holy shit.
I was like, I was like, this is so beautiful.
That's incredible.
The invitation is out. Yeah. Barbarian. I keep hearing a lot of shit about that. I haven't watched the trailer. I know Bill is in it, as in Skarsgård. But like, this is the new movie that I want to say it's the most scariest thing ever in life. And oh my god, they show people's audience reactions and shit, which I haven't seen that in ages.
Yeah.
Apparently it's fucked up. I was like, okay, I love a good fucked up movie. I'll watch it. Like, don't disappoint me, because 9 times out of 10, when people say, "Oh my god, this movie's so disturbing," I threw up, I walked out of it. It's the most craziest thing I've ever seen. I watched the shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's maybe I'm just so desensitized because I have no soul and just like
no kidding.
Truly grotesque, fucked up shit. I'm probably like, yes, this is nothing. I want more, please. Yeah, there's a lot of good.
Shia LaBeouf.
Fucking amazeballs.
Goddamn good, man.
I was like, what the hell, man? He just gave him a mic and said, go.
Yeah,
here you go.
I love it.
Here's your opportunity.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
There were so many moments. I watched the whole thing and I was like,
Same.
Like he would say something, I would pause and be like, God damn. Like, because the only thing, and that's what was funny. So like, I'm not religious, and
Same.
he is now, and good for him. You know, of course, that's helped him figure out things, whatever. But I even love that he's like, at one point, he's like, I hate to keep bringing this up because I know I didn't want to hear this shit when I wasn't ready, but, and like says it, and I was like, okay, so he fucking gets it. He gets all the sides, and he's just like, as a man, I'm this and like I'm that, and like he's just talking, and he's like, I use this avenue, but like, you know, there's other, and he's just about it, and I fucking loved it, man. Like,
he was like, I want to be on there crying all these emotions, all that just kiss me ass and shit. I'm like, bro, let that shit go.
No, yeah, that's just real, man. I appreciate it. He's like one of the realest motherfuckers there is.
Yeah,
and I love how he's like, I don't have a bunch of friends. He's like, I fuck with you. Right. He's like, because we worked together and we had some real life experiences on that.
I was like, you've been through some shit. You understand?
Yeah. And I was like, man, I fucking love it. Like, I really do. Because that's stuff we don't get enough of. Because Bernthal was alcoholic. Is that what I remember?
I think so. I know
and,
he
like,
has
did some
some
fucked up shit.
like some troubled ass past. I know that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I really fucking enjoyed it. And yeah, he had
And how
Shia.
he almost got into a fucking fight with Michael Pena during Fury and shit.
Yeah.
And all that, I was like, ooh, like
Yeah.
fisticuffs, and John had to come in there and get Punisher on him and shit. I was like,
But
nice.
I also like how he, at one point, he talked about how, because John Bernthal is like kind of known for this, especially you heard about it more with Punisher, but he's always, when he's playing a type of person that's based on, you know, something, he is obsessed with getting the okay from the people he's representing, just making sure that he's doing it justice,
right,
instead of trusting himself. And like, I remember with the Punisher, he's like, all day he's like, I went and talked to 40 men with PTSD from the war and like all these things, and I got into their personal lives and I got into this, and he just needed that okay throughout shooting of like, is this what you should do, and all these things. And Shai even calls him out. He's like, you remember how he's like,
right.
you just
need the
kept,
validation, man.
He said, you kept asking those guys like if what you were doing was good. And he's like, I didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Like, I was doing my thing.
He was like, you can't tell me. Like, I know. Like,
he's like,
shit.
I don't get directed.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, God damn, man, it's real shit. Like, I always appreciate, because don't get me, like, we've all been fucked up at some point and we've all learned lessons, but like, I so greatly appreciate when somebody can say like, oh no, I was terrible. And like, here's how I would like, because the thing is, I know a guy right now that legitimately thinks he is like God. And he's like I've heard him say like, God and I have a really awesome relationship because like I'm an extension of him. And so he's like, everything I do works. And so he's like not afraid of anything. And this guy is a multi-millionaire. I mean, he owns a bunch of apartment complexes, whatever, but he also was cheating on his wife, got a divorce, and just had to write her a check for, I think, $9 million, something like that. And now he's not doing too hot, but he's like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, everything I do is good, and all these things. And like, he's literally been like, I'm God. He's like, God gave me the green light. And it's so weird. And then to hear Shia was like, I remember being in an argument with my agent on the phone, and I told him, like, shut the fuck up, I'm God. And he's like, what the fuck is that? And it like, are you kidding me? So yeah, so Shia is the shit.
Right. They even talked about the whole situation, like with like the abuse he did and all that. And, like, he just let it all go, man. Yeah.
And
like,
I also
hands
liked,
on this woman. I was like, oh shit.
And one thing I liked is that somebody that kind of made him, and he ended up saying, he's like, you know, it didn't change me then, but it should have. But it was on Peanut Butter Falcon with the guy that the actor that is special needs.
Yeah.
That actor, he got arrested while filming that movie, and that actor called him out and said, hey, you're Shia LaBeouf. You're going to keep working after all this, but you're going to ruin this for me. And it's like, I had to kind of look at myself in the mirror and, you know, ask myself, like, I think he said, like, I should ask myself if I should change. And he's like, I didn't. I should have, but I didn't. But, you know, he called me out and I appreciated that, you know, and all those things. So it's pretty legit. That's a damn good interview. Because Bernthal doesn't say much.
No, he just lets them talk.
He just go.
Like, he'll jump in, like, it's like, hey, stop doing that shit. Like, keep doing you. Like, he'll
randomly just, like, the thing he asks the toughest fucking questions, because that's when he's like, okay, hold on. He's like, so how did that feel?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't fucking know. Like, like that's like, immediately he's like, it hurt.
Right.
It's like, all right, don't ask me that.
Because it's two people with wild pasts who completely get and understand each other, and who let those walls down on Fury, which enabled them to, like, be able to do all this, like have this type of conversation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And just like we said, how Shia is now, he's just like, bro, I'm just speaking like I'm nowhere near fucking perfect. Like I'm not even like I still have ways to go. But where I'm at now versus where I was is just vastly kind of different, man. I'm still trying to figure out what it is to be a man and all this good shit. I was like, holy shit, dude. And I had so much respect for that.
What Kenya just said when he said the AA thing over Zoom, nobody showed up for 2 fucking months, and then his girl shows up.
Fucking Mia Goth pops up. Hey, Shia. I was like, whoa.
And like, she was just like trying to be there for him. Like he had fucked her over 1 million times, and she showed up.
Which I did not know Mia Goth was his wife. Did not.
Yeah, no, me either. Me either.
I was like, oh shit. Okay.
But yeah, I fucking loved hearing them talk. Yeah. Yeah, it was just some real shit, man. Like, I don't know. That's the kind of stuff I usually like, is when somebody can break their walls down and just kind of be real about certain things. Yeah. Because that was fucking awesome. I loved it.
It was, and I've seen he had a podcast, through the internet, like little clips and whatever.
Yeah.
But I never sat down and watched. Shia's was the one I was like, yeah, I need to see this.
Right.
Especially when he came out with the whole Honey Boy shit, I was like, what? I was like, okay, I need to see what the fuck is going on.
Because
it's fucking great.
Another thing that he talked about, how he's like, I might not work for 10, 15 years. He's like, my career might be ruined. He's like, but I look at somebody like Mel Gibson who fucked up. And it's like, God damn, man, you're just calling out Mel for the racist comments and shit.
That's when I met Mel. I was like, oh, where are we going with this?
Yeah. And he's like, but Mel can work now, He's like, people, accept that he's grown and, whatever. And he's like, maybe I never work again, but he's like, maybe I do. And it'd be cool.
Right. Then boom. Good. Fucking Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I was like, I think you're good, bud. I think we're in the beginning path of,
figuring that out.
I mentioned he did that, and how fucking Josh Brolin helps him out a lot, and Sean Penn, and like all people who had
been through some shit,
fuck ups. But it was just wild, man. I honestly wish him the best. I wish him solidarity and recovery, and keep just holding yourself accountable for the things you've done. I don't know where the situation is now with him and Twig, and what kind of solution that had. I don't know. But I'm sure he's on the path to finding it, and trying to do what he can and for himself, but just in general, because you love to see it. It doesn't justify anything he's done by people wanting to root for, or him taking the actions and steps necessary to better the situation. It doesn't justify anything. It's an acknowledgement. You take it from there. Unless you're like fucking diddling kids or doing some type of crazy shit, you can forgive people and like shit that they do, mistakes. Absolutely. We'll see, man. He's got his movie now. We'll see where it goes from there. We shall see. All right, let's take a few more minutes. See if you guys have anything else you want to talk about. If there's anything we left in the chat, honk for Jesus. That's funny. Let's see. It's superhero films, the type of role, age. Usually it don't matter as long as they don't look old. Well, I guess that's also true. As long as you don't look old, you can do what you want. But can you move? That's the thing.
That's true.
Can you move? Because Sly, he could do some shit, but he ain't moving.
And it hurts. It hurts.
He ain't moving, right. There's a reason why he's about to die in Expendables 4, man. I mean 5. He can't, or 4, whatever. You can't keep doing this shit. He's passing it on to Statham. He's like, here, take it. I'm gonna do more dramatic roles, right? I ain't got to do nothing. It's a movie starring Regina. Oh, yes. I had interest in that. It looks funny. We'll see. Honk for Jesus. It's a new Sterling K. Brown and Regina Hall movie, which only plays in front of black movies. It's a black movie. I don't want to see Nope. That's when it premiered. Right. I ain't seen that shit in anything else.
Nope.
But Nope. Tom Cruise is starting to look his age.
Yep. He's looking it in that Mission Impossible teaser, man.
I keep watching it. I don't think he does. There's one shot he does, and I also think it's the haircut that they give him.
Yeah.
Because one shot in that trailer, I'm like, oh yeah, I see it. But most of the majority, I'm like, this fucker still looks great. Like he just looks Tom. But then
he still looks great, but
yeah, well, in terms of age, because like when you first see him in that trailer, I was like, he looks fucking great.
Fucking
don't see
incredible.
The age.
Yeah, correct.
Right. And then that one thing where he's with, what's her name, leaning on like the.
And he looks like a grandfather.
And I was like,
yeah, he's got old man neck.
But I blame the haircut. I blame it because they cut it really low in this one, like really fucking low.
Yeah.
So this does all of it. I don't know.
He is looking at a little bit in the. Did they play the little clip thing before Top Gun again, where he's like, "Thanks for coming and seeing this in the theater"? Are they still playing that?
No.
Okay, but
no.
In that thing, he kind of looks his age there, where he's like, "Thank you so much for coming," and this was meant to be seen on theater. Which that does remind me. So, there's a song called "Rooster" by Alice in Chains. I don't know if you, off the top of your head, know it, but it's an old rock song, and but you've heard it. But it was funny because my cousin, who's obsessed with Top Gun Maverick, most definitely obsessed with Rooster, he got the exact glasses that Miles Teller wore, which are like $150 glasses or something. And he was like, he asked for his birthday or something. That, or he like bought them for his own money, like with his own money. He's like, I got to get the exact ones because he grew out a mustache and shit because he's in college, doesn't give a fuck. And but I was like, this was a couple weeks ago, but that song came on Spotify, just started playing. And the song's fucking badass. Like, it's just, it literally is just talking about, like, basically saying, like, I'm never going to die. And it's just like a badass song. And I sent him a screenshot of it. And I was like, hey, if the rumors are possible that they want to do a Rooster spinoff, I was like, it turns me off until I realize that this song will be in the trailer and in the movie, and I'm sold. And he was like, I don't know that song. And so he listened to it, and he texted me like a couple days later and was like, I can't stop listening to that fucking song. He's like, it's so good. And like, oh man, it is so Rooster, Alice in Chains, just picture it with Miles Teller in a fucking jet with his helmet on, just like mean looking straight through, like determined. And it's fucking dirty, man. Like,
man, I don't know if I want a Rooster.
I don't want it either, but if I'm gonna get it, as long as they get the licensing for that song, it's gonna be all right.
You're down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, it could work maybe if like Tom Cruise produces it, they have the whole team produce it, and then just do whatever.
Well, they need to do the same director too. I mean, bring everybody back that you did, just not Tom, as like on screen. And why?
I don't.
What the fuck else is he doing?
Because I just don't want the spinoff. I don't want them all to come back and do it. I don't know. It's weird. I just think, like Kenny said, just let it be. Let it be great on its own. I don't need any more spinoff stuff.
No, I mean, you're completely right. If I got the choice, I would not do one. But like, if they were gonna do it, I would hope that it would be all the people that made the first one, this one's successful.
Of course. I would just want him to spend his time, the director, to do something else. Then that greatness is something else.
Gotcha.
Than this. Which I don't know if he's working on anything else, but I'm sure his phone is fucking
No,
rigging.
He's working on whatever the fuck has been on in a closet for 10 years that he's been wanting to make.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making I'm just saying.
Oh, gotcha.
As soon as you make something big like that, a big studio movie, they're like, "Hey, what's your passion project? Let's go ahead and make it because you already made us this much money over here."
That's true.
And he's like, "Oh, I've got this stop motion thing about cats," and they're like, "Fuck, all right,
fine, give it to him. Just
give him whatever he wants. Just sign him for a fucking spinoff for Rooster. God damn it,
go ahead." And it's like, man, and I realized only 2 movies had made me show emotion this year. But that fucking movie, the end of that movie gets me every
which part?
Fucking time, man. Huh?
Which part?
When they land safely and everyone's just around each other, just happy, and they play the music and like, "Thank you for saving my life," and all, like everyone's looking at each other. And it's like, I just, what the fuck? Like, good, I feel so much right now. Yeah, but that and Everything Everywhere, the 2 movies that brought tears to my eyeballs this year, because I'm not a crier. Like, you have to hit me. Like, I'll feel, I'm like, oh shit, but like cry, it's probably, I think that rounds out, like, on my hand in my entire life of existence, about movies that made me cry.
Yeah.
And I think those are it. So there's Endgame. I cried on that, like high key bitch levels of cry.
From which part of that?
Oh, Tony's death.
Tony dying?
All the way. Let's see. What was it? Oh, 7 pounds I cried. I was younger. And that was the first time I really seen Will Smith die in a movie. Let's see. Always cry. I cried once, motherfucker, for Black Panther, that you've seen me. And that's obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Endgame, 7 pounds. Oh shit, was that actually fucking it?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think of what. Like, I don't think I've ever cried, like legitimately cried from a movie, but like I've gotten like emotional, but not like legit, like multiple tears. I've never had it.
Oh yeah, fucking. Okay, how can I put this? So it's level of like emotion, where like, okay, watery, and like a tear may fall, maybe 2, but like crying.
That's what you're listing off right now.
No, I'm like crying. It's only been Endgame. Endgame was the only one that had me like fucking like, oh my god, like ugly face, snot, lump in the throat, like
full fences,
screaming, all of it. Was Endgame. Obviously the Black Panther trailer, but that's not a movie.
Right.
And the rest have been like, you get some tears, or like, holy fuck, this hit me. Yeah, that's it.
Kendra's a fucking asshole.
I have no idea what this man is talking about.
You're always crying. You cry every 5 lives.
I don't know what that means.
He's talking about live streams. Like, he's talking about these episodes, I think. He's just bullshitting.
Oh, right. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm trying to think of the last. I got teary-eyed on something. Oh, for Miss Marvel, I got a little bit teary-eyed whenever she was saving her grandma.
Oh yeah.
I kind of got emotional because I was like, "This is just beautiful. It's just really."
Oh, if we're going TV, I think it might be even less. But that is beautiful. That definitely got me teary-eyed.
Oh, what about when Paul Walker has to drive off?
Yes, I was gonna say. I literally was gonna say that before you brought up Miss Marvel, and I saw this.
Yes, he said he was making fun of F9.
Right.
But
no, Paul Walker definitely was in that. Tears fell like that. Actually, like 1 or 2 actually went right down.
So for me on that one, I had a fucking softball size lump in my throat, and I was just having a fucking like mean mug through it of not fucking, because I was so fucking mad that they did it so well.
Yeah.
I mean, with that song and everything, still like that Wiz Khalifa song, it's a fucking badass song. Like, See You Again is damn good. It's been overplayed to where nobody likes to fucking hear it anymore, but like it's a damn good song, and that scene's really well done, and they're gonna ruin it with F10 now, and I'm God damn it.
That's gonna be the first thing when you first see him pop up. Like when he gets out the car, he's like walking from the horizon. It's gonna be like do 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 do. It's like here he is or whatever the fuck. I'm like, God damn it.
Told you I'd see you again.
Right. All right. So Endgame, Furious 7, Everything Everywhere, Maverick, and 7 pounds. Yeah, that's it. Literally 5. Cool. And I just threw that number out. It's literally 5. Okay.
Okay.
Out of 32 years. Not bad. Not bad at all. And only one of those was certified fucking crying.
That was legit crying, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm stupid as fuck. Black Panther.
Did you cry in Black Panther?
Yeah. Just because
it's
what it meant
was happening
and all that. Right.
Not like a moment, but
Right. Vin wearing a damn V-neck at a wedding comment. Yes, it is. Comedical.
Oh my God. We're gonna be using that shit for a hot minute. This motherfucker said
it's fucking comedical, man.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Thank you for that, Kenya. Thank you.
Tell you what
so
else
much.
is comedical is your fucking spell check.
That computer or your phone. That's what it is.
You didn't see that red little dotted line underneath that before you hit send, my boy.
The little line that says, "Hey, motherfucker."
Yeah. It's like, huh?
Double check.
Oh God, that's funny.
Have you got? Yes, we've talked about the Darling imploding shit.
I know.
He's gonna direct Godzilla. I wish he was.
Are you interested in that movie? Don't Worry, Darling.
Yes.
Okay.
Even more so now. All this fucking bullshit.
See, I'm the opposite. Like, I'm just not gonna watch it.
Because I naturally wanted to see it before all this shit. I was like, oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
Like I'll see it. But now I'm just like, what the fuck?
I know, man. It's so weird.
What the fuck, man?
I'm just dying for the day that Florence Pugh does something like what Shia just did. And they're just like, so what happened with Don't Worry, Darling? And she just fucking spills the truth, whatever it may be.
She's going to eventually.
Yeah.
I am pretty sure. Because she's for just randomly make a whole ass Instagram post about shit. Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, there it is. Thanks for that. Let's see. Okay, so I don't think I see anything else in here. Oh, yeah, Kenya brought up Alan Richardson. That motherfucker is damn near black in fucking Fast 10. I don't know what they're making him. If he's going to be another Toretto.
What?
I don't know. Alan Richardson? You know who that is, right?
Oh, yeah. They're making him black? What?
Well, he looks like it because for Fast 10, every see him, he is tanned as fuck. Like, he damn near looks like me. That's what I'm like, are they trying to make him another, like, Toretto? Or what? Like, his last day was him and Vin on a video in a plane somewhere. It's like, yeah, it's a wrap. So great, guys. This motherfucker's teeth.
He's bronze. Yeah, I'm looking at him.
Yeah. They're giving him the John Cena treatment, but
they're 100%.
10.
Yeah. They're giving him that John Cena shit.
So I'm like, is he another Toretto? Like, why is he so black? Like, I don't...
Why is he so black?
Why is he so black? What's happening, bro? So I don't know what's going on. I need a trailer soon because I need to know what's going on. Because this movie is...
I swear, like... For all I know, this is gonna be Dom's twin. You're gonna be like, "This is my twin brother," and they're gonna be, "You got another brother, and it's your twin you didn't tell us about." And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna have the same flashback, and there's just gonna be some other kid
in the
added
background
to the scenes." It's just like
he's gonna get the Mysterio treatment.
Jeff,
just use stock footage from other movies and put him in the background somewhere.
Exactly.
That's funny. No, Alan can act though. He sure can, and he's a right fit for the franchise. But he's just black in this movie, and I'm confused why.
How are they getting away with this?
Just trying to figure it out.
I don't know how they got away with it with John Cena, because that motherfucker. They made a transparent guy from Michigan into a full-blown Italian or something colored guy. I mean,
it's a whole, I don't know Well,
Like he was a Guido.
Right,
Jersey
the
Shore.
whole Italian ass Hispanic. That's what he was.
Yeah.
In Fast 9. To make like we can't have two just naturally warm, bronzy minorities and this white ass sibling. We gotta color him up.
Just dark.
Where's
Just
makeup?
spray tan. Where's that shit at?
Slick his hair back and spray tan the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. And give him a chain. Perfect.
Unbelievable.
Alan is gonna be a kid Vin bullied back in the day. Now it's his best friend. Right.
Yeah.
Apparently he's been around since Fast 1, and we just never knew he was some side ass character that they'll bring.
He was in the last car in that first race, and they just never cut to him because he just sucked.
He was on the cutting room floor, you know.
Yeah.
He was a guy walking across the street with Coronas.
Yeah. He's like,
somebody yelled his name in the party.
Luda, can I get in on this next race? And Luda's like, get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Right. Hey, Tash, what on me? Fuck out of here. Type shit. Oh my god.
Come back in 15 years, my boy.
Right. Come back in 10. We got you. Come back in 10.
10 years and 70 pounds of muscle.
Right.
And I'll see you.
And $1 billion+ more. We got you.
Yeah,
come on in.
No worries.
That's funny. Let's see. He was a flag girl, transitioned. Jesus Christ.
God damn. Should look good then.
Jesus
Shit
Christ.
works.
Right.
I need
Those
to get on
doctors
whatever
are
they got.
amazing. Right. Good job. If that's the case. Well, that's right. And fucking Ratcatcher's in that bitch too. Wonder who the hell she's playing. Jesus.
Cousin.
We will see. Probably. Odds are high. Or Jason Momoa's right hand. That's what I'm kind of feeling. Maybe she's a right hand to Jason. Another one for Letty to fight.
Yeah, exactly. They got to have a villain for the women to fight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because there's no MMA fighter in this one that Letty can go toe to toe with.
It's true. Not that we know of.
I don't think. That's right. Not that we know of.
Yeah.
Fast 1 and 2 is worth watching. No, it is not. 2 is fucking ass. 3
Ejecto
is also ass.
Cuz
We
is so
hungry.
fucking. Oh my god.
We
He's so
hungry.
food. We hungry.
We hungry.
God
And you know he gonna come back. He's gonna come back in fucking 10. Cole Hauser, fucking, he's coming back in 10 because he's
You
only
remember
been
what you
arrested. Right.
Yeah.
You remember what
God
you
damn.
did to me? Oh my god. He's gonna come back.
I
You
will
wrecked
be
my
the
boat.
first person to admit, I don't know what year the second Fast and Furious came out, but I was a kid and Ejecto Cuz was probably the most hype I had been watching a movie at that point in time. Like it was
off a year. It's always a fucking year. 2003. I said 2004.
So I was 8, and Ejecto Cuz is fucking awesome. Because also Tyrese got his mouth. He could fit my whole head in his mouth.
He could.
In that movie when he says that, because he's just smiling so goddamn big. This is a battle cry.
Absolutely.
And he's like, just fucking.
Yeah! I'm like, goddamn, close your mouth, man.
That's true too with the Paul Walker, what's up, cuz? Don't you worry about it, cuz, or whatever.
What he said? I said, I won't talk about no more, cuz. I was like, what? He does a squinty ass swerve walk.
Yeah.
I won't talk about no more, cuz. I was like, oh.
It's like, yeah, dang.
I was like, all right, bro. My bad.
That was blackface before it was blackface. I mean, they just literally said, hey, act black. And he was like,
they did. The editor was just like, we're going to just turn this up a little bit. This is too dark. I don't think they'll like this. And Louis Leterrier, they got to direct F10.
And what did he just direct?
He just directed something?
Or no, it was Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
That's what he did. Yeah.
Incredible Hulk, Transporter.
Golly, that guy's gonna fucking get eaten alive by then.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he already has.
Yeah.
I know there's something else he did that was like, that's really fucking good. Oh yeah, the Now You See Me movies, Clash of the Titans, Unleashed.
Right.
Yeah. Oof. We'll see. That was fucking. Oh, Valerian in the city of whatever the fuck. I forgot that movie even existed.
Well, but he didn't direct that.
Oh, he didn't direct that one?
No.
Oh. The Transporter is fire. Yes, it is.
Because I thought Valerian was the same guy as Fifth Element.
There you go. Luc Besson. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And it is the same as Fifth Element. Yeah. Rule number 1, never open the package. Oh, yeah. Transporter is fire. And they tried to make that remake. Oh, God, that was horrible. The Transporter refueled. I was like, oof. Put it back in the pipe, but it's all right. Get your money back. Okay. Well, I think this is a good area to stop. I think it's going to do it. I think we dragged it out as much as we can. Filled it in some good stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right. We thank y'all so much. Oh, yeah. Crank was fun as fuck. That is very true. Have you seen the Crank movies?
Yeah. Not in a long time, but yeah.
They're fun as shit. Thank you for joining us in the latest episode of the Film Cave. We thank you so much for stopping on by, whether you're here watching live and or on playback. We appreciate the love. You can show us more of that love by hitting that thumbs up. It helps the show reach a lot more people. Hit the notification bell to be reminded when all episodes drop, because you don't want to miss it, obviously. But most importantly, hit that subscribe button. We cannot stress it enough. So, Logan.
Yes, sir.
What you got going on, and where can the people find you?
You can find me right here. Logan_Swish on the Twitters. Logan Swish, YouTube, Patreon. We've got good old She-Hulk over there on Patreon. I thought I was going to do Rings of Power. I can't.
Change your heart.
Yeah, I can't do it. But yeah, we'll figure something out for it. But yeah, that's what's going on. What about you? What you got?
So, of course, you can find his link in my description. So go show him that love. Right up top, please go follow all forms of social media. Trying to boost that awareness over there. So please, the support would be lovely. And yeah, that's about it, y'all. Cool and Gang. It is. I feel like I should be saying something after that. Is that it?
I think you're good.
Cool. It's your boy, Nag.
And I'm Logan.
And as always, we will see y'all in the cave. Peace.
See you guys. Ejectocito, cuz.